Good evening. It's main man Mola. I'm here tonight with the guitar, you dig, to have a little chew. Well, let me figure these knobs out. All right, y'all. So this is the deal. You see this knob here, and it's a knob here. Okay. You flip this switch up here. Flip the switch up. You got three. One. Right in the middle. Three. And all the way up. All the way up is these two knobs here. This one right here. This is the volume. And this is the blend one. Okay. This one. There's both of them. There's both of these here. This one right here, when I flip it down, it's this one here. And then you got that button here and this button here. Makes it so. Let's see. Don't I want to steal that? I'm gonna get drafts if I can remember what I played, right? You know what? It's hard to mimic. As time go by, where you were born at. If you was born in a bunch of Bamalam, that's what you're gonna reflect. But it's kind of hard because when I was born, uh, you know, I was, my ears was picking up a lot of Motown, right? Is what it was, and you was dying in the ages of the Aquarius, Aquarius, little bitty kid, man. There couldn't be no more about it. Year, 2 years, enough to be putting on your clothes and might be wearing a pamper. You dig, walking around. The dimensions, 5 dimensions, and whatnot, all that kind of stuff. And now for us, we have to go back there to feel some kind of, y'all wouldn't understand it. Maybe somebody explain it to you. You know, and a lot of the war and stuff like that, war, I guess you'd say, a lot of shows and different things like that. There's some names I'm gonna come up with. I'm gonna go find them names, so I'll come back and I'll mention them. I ain't stumbling over the names and stuff, but they're there. But I'll give you a hint, like Lucille Ball and all of them, the Honeymooners and stuff. When I think I go back to when it wasn't no black and wasn't no color TV. I don't think we had one. We had a floor model, big floor model. It was black and white, but TV hadn't been all that. It was radio most of the time. Radio was what was going on. But yeah, I'll reflect on that. But a lot of times, in order to calm the savage beast, and I know as many of them, they have to go to something way back there. Y'all just wouldn't understand. Let's see, TV shows like the Doctor Who and the Electric Company, Sesame Street, all that stuff way back then. Y'all wouldn't understand. You just wouldn't understand it, man. You know. The Wizard of Oz, Annie Ann. I'm giving you, and let me tell you something. It was new to us, but it really, goodness gracious, you go back and see it's like, wow, that's when my granny was born. My granny was born, it was going on. Boy, let me tell you something. It's almost better, I don't know, for some people. It's as far as go back to wherever it is, you know, you were pampered up in a little bottle in your mouth, right? But for me, I gotta go back there. Cause some of my family, grandmother, grandfather, uncles, that's where they came from. So in order for me to keep in touch, I have to go back that way. You know what I'm saying? Fred Sanford, Sammy Davis Jr., all them, the Rat Pack, all that stuff, man. It means nothing to y'all, but it means a lot to me. Like Dr. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and all that stuff. It might not mean nothing to you, you young generation. It might not mean nothing. Oh, it's just part of history. That was way back then when it's fossil to you. And it very might well be. No doubt. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? It's an integrity there. That's why I say you weren't born to just be ignorant. And sometimes you gotta dig way back there in them archives. If you can, time permits. I know you gotta move your feet for you to live. I get it. I know that. Can't play life right now. You got children, and some depend on you, and that's just my point. You gonna get you. You don't really realize nothing until there's something important to you, and you gotta move. And then when you look, you be like, damn, all the time I was wasting, right? I could have been fixing my head. I could have been putting something here that could. It's an integrity. All this stuff y'all seeing now is a whole bunch of stuff put together, but it came from way back there. You see them pictures? I'm pointing at. I take y'all history, yeah, from 1800. Y'all think I'm bullshitting? I ain't. That grandpa up there on that wall. See up there, my father? Up there on that wall? And that's me saying my father, my father, and my grandfather and myself up there. You can't see, but then there go his father. See up under that cane up there? And then there goes part of our family reunion picture right there up under that cane. The one on the bottom. That was with Rowena Moore. And that little plaque right there, that's where that came from, the reunion back in the 80s. Let me tell you something, man. My grandfather was born in 1800. This one was born in 1904. Right? Man, I'm telling you, you gotta go. For me, I have to go back there. I ain't got no problem with it. What's funny is if you can pick up anything that they might have documented back then, right? That's the whole thing. Now this ain't no puns. Nobody make nobody bad. I'm just saying. Some music sound odd to y'all. To some of us, especially around my age, that's music to your ears because that's what you growed up with, and then the rest was a whole bunch of hippie, just like or whatever, Bamalam and carrying on. You know, to the average person, of today, it's a bunch of Bamalam. But it all started, and in order for you to keep your culture, because you understand, I ain't trying to be prejudiced, and I ain't saying but it's the truth. This is facts. You can take this to your grave, young and old. White people gonna be white people, whether they become Aborigines or not. You think what I'm saying? Indian gonna be an Indian no matter what. Mags are gonna be a Mexican, and they stand on whatever coast they are. You as black people, what you've been through, and that's you got to stand on the Al Sharpton because they the one left, right? And how many others, right? You got to stand on your Al Sharpton. You dig? Louis Farrakhan. They try to dog his shit, his YouTube channel and everything. Took it down. Well, if the Klan can't have it, he can't have it neither. Well, you got brother Ben X. You dig? So what else? But he can be reached. He teach the book and he teaching the word and everything, but he's still from Just go back in history and you'll see Malcolm X and everything. Say he was extremist, so there you go. Which they wasn't taking no shit. Fuck it, I ain't taking no more shit. You just run around hanging. You got 1,000,000 to 1 or 2 wherever had to do in from self-defense to keep them from doing that to there. Man, listen, I don't want to get stuck right there, but Minister Louis Farrakhan, go to him. He's alive and he can very well spit game for you. And he probably give you some, you got to listen. You know what I mean? Uh, but all the way, all that back, you can't get away from it. You are black. Your skin is black. I don't know about this nigga. That was the adopted name they just gave him. And I guess we just can't throw that in the trash. You don't even know what you are, right? I don't know what I am. All I know is my skin is dark. So melanin, and we don't want to get stuck there. My point is to go. Some people have to go back there. In there is a history because of the how folks they were more in the groove. You dig? You didn't have no choice. They wasn't stopping nobody else harass the shit out of them. You could go to the local soda shop, what they call a little Dairy Queen or whatever, little ice cream shop. And they back in their days, teeny bopper days, what they call teeny bopper, teenage days. They were going through. You dig what I'm saying? They couldn't, and it's like, man, look, and in the Selma and walking across all that stuff, man. It's the culture. Don't let it go under. You better keep it alive or you'll believe your name is nigger. And so there you go. Don't get lost. Don't let the culture get lost. And set it as to where it's supposed to be just as intelligent as any other being. There's the forefront. That they're not fanatics, where they just do too much and become complacent and what they call inferior. You don't want that. Once you get your brains, all of a sudden you turn to from what's happening to what's that. You gotta look all around because you know what that means. Who you talking? Who you talking to? Oh man, put your skin back on. Here, let me. Got it. Uncle Ruckus, his name. Man, you gotta put a mirror on it. Look at yourself in the mirror, nigga. You a nigga. You gotta back to the blackness from which you came from. Shit. The only damn thing ever done right is point out you is a nigger. Damn, Ruckus, you is no relation. You is a nigger. I ate my black ass, kid. He gonna give me some soap water. This black. It's just funny, man. I mean, it's not funny, but it it can be funny if you have a humorous bone in your body. And I think that whole thing is he know where he at. He ain't. If you know, he ain't over there in that mix neither. He ain't scrubbing elbows. He just keep trying some kind of way. He just bowed down, kneeled down, and he go well, baby in the shake. Yeah, I'm glad they put his ass on Boondocks because the motherfucker was it's such a nigga. He don't think he don't know you know like that girl running around here. She hate him and like look at you, your hair nap and everything with your Confederate flag. I don't know what's the matter with you. I'm gonna pray for you. You need some prayer. I ain't gonna hold you. So, like that there, you did. But anyway, speaking back, getting back on track again with the music. Some people had to go back there because that's where they came from, and all this stuff was going on. We was able to reap the benefits of that. Anybody of my age is 50 years old and older now. You know what I mean? You reaping the benefits, and that's what they're telling you. Look, we got it. We had fun as much as we can now. Y'all supposed to be extra intelligent now. You know what I mean? You know, don't fall for the bushel of bananas because all of a sudden, all of a sudden there's a cake of money. And now all y'all throw it right there in the poor neighborhood and then everybody fighting like a motherfucker. They watch you tear each other apart for all you gotta do is everybody get them a damn stack. It'll last forever. Just one damn stack. You dig what I'm saying? You can't understand what I'm saying. But you're going to have to. There's enough for everybody if you're equal. And now they knew you was gonna get. They knew that. You know what I mean? You already did. My society would tell their children to make sure they understand that's what's going on. You don't need to do that. You know. Can you imagine this? You throw one banana in a cage with monkeys and gorillas. Now it smells like it, textures like it, but they can't break it. They can't. It's a Samsonite banana when they throw it in there and watch how they fight, kick each other's ass, and run off over there with this banana. They can't seem to peel this banana. They can't bite it, but it's rubbery as hell. But they can't. No matter what, they can't break the skin of the banana. They can't get inside the banana. You dig what I'm trying to say to you? But you watch how they just go get infuriated and kill each other over this damn fake banana. You gotta take that goddamn banana out of there, right? Well, that's our society, okay? Now straighten your ass up, fly right. So all I'm trying to say is with more love, trying to share it to you. Beautiful thing. And you gotta go back there. Them working their ass off, right? They work their ass, them right there. They work their asses off, you dig? They work their asses off, you know. I got and when I went off in that military, I made damn sure that I got to stand up in uniform and represent. You did. Matter the outcome. Don't call me no show. I made it, right? Shit. To help us become and remain free is what it is. Just telling you. You hold up the value. You look and you go into every city in every state. Everything looks just ghost town. Take a look at it. Listen, it was already looking that way before COVID started wiping out a whole lot of people. Most of it just generated people. They got older now and they done moved around, and you know what I'm saying. So they retired, all kind of stuff. Those ones that holding the groove now, y'all gotta hold it up now. That's a reflection of yourself now. They held as long as they could. Now what y'all gonna do? Just saying. You know, gotta open your eyes. Somebody got mentioned to you. And this regentification, I've been seeing something, the beginning of this regentification when it comes to my mind, like, yeah, um, them folks, you know how you move into this neighborhood, all them folks flock out. They go further out and build a whole nother community. You get a little bit more money, you want to live that too out in that nice little shit. You get out there and live until you see it ain't nothing but a mud hole. They moved somewhere else and then they got older and listen. Then there's a bunch of rules along with it in those communities. Now you got people running their ass out of the country. They trying to go to Germany or they going to anywhere but the United States now. We looking mighty raggedy. So they didn't have to drop no bombs because everywhere you look is old ragged, old houses, man. It's like you can what difference, man? You go and just claim one motherfucking house. Just get in and start taking care of it. You be the only one living on that whole damn block for miles. It ain't no houses on the hardly nobody living on the next block, the block over from all around in the 5 minutes. Just where did them people go? You wonder. Now you go to the Nika Dope Conversations on YouTube, and she talks about the black men leaving all the black women don't want them no more. And she's standing there saying, yeah, women, it's your own fault. This, that, and the other. Whoop, they whoop, whoop, right? Okay. No. She will stand up for the black man, right? She does that. She loves her black man. She loves mine, period, right? She can't help herself, right? If you love what you love, you like what you like, that's just what you like, right? With no regrets, no apologies. She ain't apologetic for nothing in the world. She loved just what she loved, black man, right? Period. You know. And she stands up for them quick against women, whether it be white, any black, she don't care. But she doesn't do she got to stay in her own lane. Of course, her thing is about these relationships and women that be dogging out these men. Now these men is finished with you, and they go and find something else, anything else but you. Is the only thing you keep a rat about. Then you got uh, Love Dorsey. She's another person that's on this YouTube and all these other Instagrams and everything else doing their thing. Danica as well, right? And a few other women, but take a look. The dead nigga, the dead nigga, if I die tonight type of nigga, he gone. And it don't exist no more. You dig what I'm saying? You gotta get a dead man in order to have a relationship. Yeah. No, them niggas don't exist no more. You know what I'm talking about. He either claiming some set, whatever, and he got more money, he can take care of your problems, the little necessities. Keep you dressed in some nice shoes and hair and all that shit. Yeah, well, that nigga don't exist no more. Because the genre don't exist anymore. There ain't no more dope to be serving and shit. Now, and they got sent, most people got sent up, do not get into no goddamn, you, can you afford weed? And maybe how about a beer every day? You can't keep up. These are addictions. If you can't keep up with your addiction and try to have somewhere to fucking live, what's going on? It's a problem. Even cigarettes, tobacco. See what I mean? And everybody's held up somewhere in a little cubby trying to exist. It's where we're at. God help mankind, let alone whatever creed, because everybody's in the same seat. Everybody's in this whole pot of stew meat. Everybody's stew meat. Trust me. Whether you got $1 to scrub or you don't, whether you was black or white or you don't believe me, go ask Brother Farrakhan. He'll tell you. I say Brother Farrakhan, right? Uncle Brother Farrakhan, because he old enough to be my uncle, right? Or my father, right? He been out there rolling that long, so there you go. But you go to him, he my daddy. My daddy's very much alive, right? He was alive then. He created me back then. He was in the shit along with them. Uh, they'll tell you. They look at it themselves. And they can really calibrate your brain and make what I'm saying the truth right here. What it is, what your eyeballs are seeing. We all in. Who got time to be arguing about boy who's black, who's white, who's Mexican, who's Indian? We all in the same. Who's Japanese? Who got time for that? You better be figuring out how to recoup mankind. Period. Because we just here existing. This is like a good lord. We was doing all right. You better go back the integrity, back to the integrity, man. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And it'll show you, even if you go back to Neanderthal, cave people, dinosaurs, all this other type of stuff before there was a horse and buggy, right? You understand? Trying to chisel out instead of it being a rock, lump, 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 trying to carry something. You trying to figure out something to chisel out a whole circle so you can drag this wagon like the Flintstones, all right? See, I come with that. Then you came up with the Jetson spaceship bullshit. And here we are. You did go to bed. Yeah. Well, man, let me scoot along. Save some of this shit for later for a good alligator. I'm Mo Love, and I'm here with my bass guitar and lead guitar. We don't come on yet, and just chew on it a little bit. You need on either one of them, and I'll be back for certain. And we're gonna continue to march and talk about something good, cause it's the truth. It's the truth, man. Shit's raggedy. Trust me. Shit is raggedy. Even if you got brand new, got that clothes on. Everybody still look raggedy, though. Yeah. Everybody running around trying to look like a damn mannequin, man. But listen, I digress. This is my bass guitar. I am Mo Love, and I shall return for some more conversations, some more riffing and fretting and riffing, the bass chewing. And today, you dig, I'm to bed. I'll be back. Stay tuned, you hear? I got some good shit.